Hey Kyle.
Hey Mackenzie.
What are you most looking forward to in this episode?
I mean, I can tell that we're getting closer to a wrap up here of the season because of what's going on. It's pretty epic. Honestly, based on what I've learned from screenwriting and storytelling, I would assume that Blobby guy will show up at some point, but I guess maybe not, I don't know.
Blobby guy?
Well, because he was introduced early on in the series.
Oh, you mean the sledge villain?
Yeah, and it just makes sense that we're gonna see a reappearance of him because that's just normally how storytelling works. Like you're introduced to your villain pretty early on. So unless we were introduced to one of these villains early on that I'm just forgetting, it just seems out of structure for storytelling. But that's fine, it still works. And that might just be an American storytelling method, I don't know. But regardless, I'm looking forward to Midoriya discovering something new about his quirk.
Okay.
Even though this is something that's been passed down, and even though we see All Might and we assume that that is what their greatest, or that's all that they do with that, I'm hoping that with storytelling, we're not being told something about this quirk that's being passed down, and that potentially based on your DNA or just who you are or how things work, that maybe something else might come out that we're not expecting. And that would just be interesting for me. And that's kind of what I would hope might happen at some point.
Okay. So that was his fan theory. Let's yours. Let's watch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He got me. 13!
Ugh.
You see it all over again.
His quirk. That means he's super strong even without powers.
We're getting this recap because we need this.
Strong as All Might.
Yikes. Ugh. Oh, that's so upsetting.
Let her go! No!
So that's weird. It looked like he was...
He still punched him.
All of us, even our teachers, were scared. The evil we faced clouded our hearts with fear. But the deeper the darkness around you,
I couldn't shake the feeling that something had gone
Just
wrong
that
here when I
relief.
saw 113 didn't answer my calls.
Alright.
Have no fear, students. Because I am here.
Get it, All Might.
Yeah, he's not smart.
He's pissed.
heroic piece of trash shows up.
All Might.
He's not that upset about it, it seems.
Holy
Which
crap,
makes me
it's
nervous.
All Might. I've never seen the guy in person before.
I didn't expect him to be so huge.
This is no time to talk, you idiots. If we strike now, we can kill him.
So strength, super jump, super speed.
Super.
Yeah, I get the
I'm sorry I saw him.
Superman-ish
I should have been
elements.
here.
All Might, you can't! That brain villain took one for... I smashed him and didn't break my arm this time, but he wasn't phased at all! He's too strong!
Young Midoriya! I got this! Carolina!
No, no.
Thanks for telling me how to beat him!
Uh,
All I have to do is wear him down, and then it's on to you!
so maybe it's not just the brain.
Hey now.
Oh, come on. What kind of cheap move was that?
Oh,
Nice. You were trying to bury him in the concrete so he couldn't move around anymore. Sorry, that won't work. Nomu's as strong as you are. That won't stop him. Kurogiri,
Normally, I wouldn't want blood and viscera flooding the insides of my warp gates. But I'll make an exception for a hero as great as you. Since you're too fast to see with the human eye, Nomu had to restrain you. And once he's pulled your body halfway through, I'll
Come on,
squeeze the
Meteora.
gate shut.
Meteor.
I'm going to enjoy tearing
I
you
hate when
to
they do that
pieces.
because I'm not sure when it's like
Midoriya, by the way.
Midoriya. Damn it.
Gloria.
Will you carry Mr. Aizawa for me?
Ribbit. Sure.
Yes,
But
please.
what are
Hurry.
you gonna do?
Save
All
the.
Might. I won't let them kill you.
Are you crazy?
Midoriya, no. What do you think you're doing?
The only thing he can do. No. What?
Get the hell out of my way, Deku!
Whoa, okay. Noise!
That means Todoroki must be here.
One of your poorly trained thugs told me you're here because you think you can kill All Might.
I love him.
He controlled his quirk so that the ice stopped just before it reached my body. I think I can loosen this villain's grip now.
Break it. Shatter it.
Are you okay?
Damn, that was gonna be cool!
Tiny smoky bastard!
The symbol of peace will not be defeated by delinquents like you.
Kachan! Everyone!
Go guys, go!
Wow.
They escaped uninjured and captured my two strongest men. Kids these days really are amazing. They make the League of Villains look like amateurs. Can't have that. Nomu.
Ew.
Shattered.
I mean, that was fun, but it's a little nerve-wracking.
That thing's still moving.
Get him, Nomu.
He's fast.
Dude.
Such force!
These are kids and you didn't hold back?
I didn't have much choice. He was threatening my companion.
They were also trying to murder them earlier,
These
so.
kids are no angels. The plain
Doesn't hear
looking
that.
one, he tried to kill me with a maxed out punch. What kind of hero does something like that? You think you can get away with being as violent as you want if you say it's for the sake of others. Well, you know what, All Might? That pisses me off. Why do people get to decide that some violent acts are heroic and others are villainous? Casting judgment as to what's good and what's evil. You think you're the symbol of peace? You're just another government-sponsored instrument of violence. And violence always breeds more violence. I'll make sure the world understands that once you're dead.
You're nothing but a lunatic. Criminals like you always try and make your actions sound noble. But admit it, you're only doing this because you like it. Isn't that right?
He's got me figured out.
We've got them outnumbered.
And Kachan found the Mist Guy's weakness.
These dudes may act really tough, but we can take them down now with All Might's help. Let's do this.
Don't attack! Get out of here!
You would have been in trouble earlier if it weren't for me, remember? You need our help.
I thank you for your assistance. But this is different. It's gonna be all right. Just sit back and watch a pro at work.
But you're too hurt, you're bleeding, and you're almost out of time.
Shut up. He's so bad at the secret keeping. Ugh.
Nomu, Kurogiri, kill him. I'll deal with the children.
Oh no.
I'm afraid that I barely have a minute left in this form. My power's declining faster than I thought it would.
Let's clear this level and go home.
Clear this level.
I have to stop these villains.
He's very naive as well.
Heads up, we're fighting after all.
Because I am.
Here.
The world's symbol of peace and justice!
Weren't you listening? One of his powers is shock absorption.
Yeah? What about it?
He's gonna fight that brain guy head on?
Whoa, there.
Brain guy.
No! I can't get near them! He said your quirk was only shock absorption, not nullification! That means there's a limit to what you can take, right? So you are made to fight me, big guy! If you can really withstand me firing at 100% of my power, then I'll have to go beyond that and force you to surrender!
He's giving it his all, even though he's injured.
He might
Those
not
aren't just
survive
random
this.
punches either. They're targeted, and every single one of them is more than 100% of his power.
Yikes.
A real hero! We'll always find a way for justice to be served!
Dude. I think his secret's gonna be revealed here. Because he's really pushing it all out there.
But I'll teach you what they really mean! Go beyond! Plus!
What's happening? Everything is shaking. What was that?
Dude. Dude.
All Might's #1 for a reason.
Did a villain just fly by? Or am I going crazy?
It was that brain dude. Such power.
Oh, that's All Might for you.
That-
That's why he's the most amazing hero in the entire world.
That would have wrecked the planet, just him shooting that guy up into space like that. That would have wrecked our planet.
Beat the shock absorption right out of it.
That's an absurd amount of power right there.
Imagine having power like that. He must have been punching that monster so fast.
Midoriya has that power. What?
He really is the best.
It's gotta be scary too, knowing that you have that much in you.
Pro. He did it.
I really have gotten weaker. Back in my heyday, 5 hits would have been enough to knock that guy out. But today it took more than 300 mighty blows.
Yikes. Yep.
Time's up. Gotta end this fast. You've been bested, villains. Surrender. We all want to get this over with quickly.
Cheated.
Okay, well, that was an interesting ending with a black screen and just simply he cheated and it sounded like he like ripped something off of himself or something.
Just like scratching again. It's his nervous tick.
I'm surprised that All Might could even do that.
Yeah.
especially with the limited time and the fact that he had already kind of maxed out everything for the day. Like, I'm surprised he had anything left, which is why I really thought he was gonna die from it, because with this much coming out of him to that level, because each hit was like above 100%, so that's just, and he did it 300 times, like, good gravy. Like, he's never had to work harder to defeat something before, and he's somehow still standing. I don't know how. But scientifically and physics speaking, he would have tore a hole in the planet by shooting that guy at that rate into space. But that's because science, and I love like physics, and I love all that stuff. But anyway,
don't.
It's a superhero show, so we have to.
I was gonna say, don't go with physics too hard on this. It is fun to see some of the things.
Yeah.
Be explained away.
Needless to say, that was stupid powerful what he just did.
Yeah.
That was insane.
We still have a couple episodes, so you never know. Shigaraki like feels like a game. He is also very young. I forget exactly how young. I know he is out of high school age, or
he has
high school age.
He has kind of a, and I hope this doesn't come across in a horrible way, but he kind of has like a school shooter kind of vibe to him.
Oh, yeah, that is not a great one. That's not a great analogy. Let's not put that in there.
He's very vicious.
Yeah.
And he almost seems like the world owes him something.
Yeah. He's also, he's not 15. I think he's like 18 to like early 20s. So he is an adult, but he is still in the naive mentality of this is all being a game. So that's an interesting kind of character, I think.
Yeah.
To be like, this is so one note of how he can do this. Bring all the baddies, destroy the bad guy, win. So that's kind of cool. And it's interesting to see his character and how he's developing right now. And yeah, that's what I want to put out about him.
It's nice because it is visual storytelling, and I appreciate visual storytelling. Whereas something else is going on here than just the immediate story in front of you. There's actual, when they do the little visual cues indicating that something else also is additionally happening. I like that. We get more show that way. So glad, so relieved. That was a stressful episode. So glad that at least it's mostly over. I mean, they're still not rid of the villains yet. There's still more. But at least the big bad scary one that seemed to be unstoppable is at least out of the vicinity for the moment.
Yeah, for the moment. At least that's what we think.
Yeah. Until maybe the little warp. That's my next fan theory. Is the warp guy is going to send him back, which would be very frustrating.
We'll just have to see next time.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you for fanning out with us this week.
Fans out.
Plus Ultra!